Thank you for your purchase of B-Wrap. My name's Ron Amos and I work with Embraco and we're the distributor of John Deere B-Wrap. B-Wrap is a unique product that can dramatically reduce forage losses in bales stored outdoors. It's the alternative to indoor storage, giving you barn quality hay without the barn. We put together this video to show you tips and suggestions to get the most out of the B-Wrap and your John Deere baler. B-Wrap is unlike any bale wrapping product on the market. Each roll contains pre-measured lengths to cover one bale. I'll show you. Each length has multiple components. The first component is cover edge net wrap. This pulls in loose crop material around the edges of the bale. Next comes the structured composite material, Tama SCM. This is a patented material. It sheds rain, snow, and helps protect the bale from ground moisture. There are two important things attached to the Tama SCM. The ID tag has a unique serial number that can be used to track your bales. And the aluminum tape tells the sensor on your baler exactly where to cut off the B-Wrap when the bale is fully wrapped. Next comes more cover edge net wrap, enough for 2 more complete revolutions on the bale. When you come to the row of Velcro fasteners, you are at the end of one of the B-Wrap portions. These fasteners securely hold the cut end of the net to the bale in wind and rain. Because of the aluminum tag, your baler will automatically cut the net 10 inches past the Velcro. Your John Deere dealer should have your baler properly equipped with the B-Wrap kit. Load the B-Wrap roll with the blue and white striped core to the right. Threading B-Wrap is similar to threading net wrap. Thread no more than 1 inch of the net between the rolls. To engage the net between the rolls, pump the brake handle 4 times, locking the handle on the 4th stroke. Cut off any excess net or tail by cutting it down and away from the rubber roll. Disengage the bale's push bar on both sides of the baler or remove bale ramps. This prevents damage to the B-Wrap on bale ejection and assures that the seam will be in the correct position for storage. The seam location is very important for protecting your crop. We'll talk more about that later. Now let's set up the BaleTrack Pro monitor for B-Wrap. With the monitor in the off position, push and hold the counter key and the number of wraps key. Turn the monitor on. Then release both keys. Push and hold the counter key and press the plus key until channel 203 is displayed. Release counter key and then press the plus key till B1 appears on the monitor. Turn the monitor off and on, and now you're in B-Wrap mode. Next, let's set the bale size. B-Wrap is designed to make a bale from 60 to 68 inches in diameter. Simply press the bale diameter key and then the plus or minus key to set your bale size. Today I'll set it to make a bale 66 inches in diameter. Make sure your baler and net wrap unit are working properly before switching to B-Wrap. If your baler is out of adjustment, B-Wrap will not correct the problem. Remember, B-Wrap is for dry crop only. The hay or crop residue you bale must be dry enough for dry crop storage. While the B-Wrap bale is forming, you operate the baler just as you would if baling with twine or net. It's at the wrapping phase where you'll see things are different on the monitor. When the bale is about 4 inches from the diameter you set, an alarm will sound, telling you that the bale is near full. Continue baling and get the bricks or bars as high and as even as possible. When the monitor signals a full bale, stop forward motion. Wrapping begins automatically. Inside the baler, the bale first gets 1 wrap of net, followed by 1 revolution of Tama structured composite material. As I mentioned earlier, the Tama SCM is the key to B-Wrap's ability to protect your bale quality. 2 more wraps of net secure the Tama SCM in place and help hold the bale together. The monitor shows the wrapping progress. When the monitor shows the number 7, wrapping is complete. During wrapping, back up the tractor about 10 feet. The next step is to disengage the PTO at the proper time. Listen for the 4 beeps. On the 4th beep, disengage the PTO. This stops the bale's rotation and makes sure that the B-wrap seam is in the proper position to shed water. If you miss the fourth beep, no problem. The beep cycle will repeat until you shut off the PTO. When wrapping cycle is complete, open the gate and eject the bale. Then pull forward, close the gate, and engage the PTO. You are ready to start your next bale. Shutting off the PTO at the right time is important because it determines the location of the seam in the field. This artwork shows it best. With the seam in the wrong position, the seam can actually catch rain and moisture. With the seam in the correct position, the seam will shed moisture and protect bale quality. One easy way to tell if the seam is in the correct position: the aluminum tape should be on the left-hand back side of the bale when facing the rear of the baler. You can also check by making sure that the seam is below the aluminum tape. Be sure to check your seam position on the first few bales. If the baler doesn't eject the bale with the seam in the correct position, you can go to the monitor, channel 35, to correct that position. Or reference your B-wrap operator's manual for details. Your monitor will tell you when you have used your last portion of B-wrap on a roll. L-O-N-E-T, low net, will be spelled out on the monitor. If there's too much or too little net past the fasteners, use your monitor to adjust the length of the tail. Go to channel 34, push plus key once to lengthen the tail by 9 inches. Push the minus key to shorten the tail by 9 inches. After making adjustments to the monitor, turn monitor off and on to enter changes into the memory. These and other adjustments can be found in your B-wrap operator's manual. Be sure you read before you start baling. To preserve forage quality, B-wrap bales should be stored in a sunny, well-drained location with good air circulation. B-wrap helps protect the bale from ground moisture, but only if it's stored in a well-drained location. You may want to consider putting your bales on gravel, pallets, or something to keep them off the ground. It's generally best to store bales so they do not touch, with good air circulation between bales. Placing bales tight end to end can actually trap moisture and encourage spoiling. Storing bales in shady or wooded areas can encourage spoilage and wildlife damage. B-wrap can provide excellent bale protection for up to 18 months, depending on weather, storage condition, and wildlife damage. When handling bales, be sure to lift each bale so it clears the ground. Sliding bales will damage the B-wrap and limit protection. As we discussed, to preserve bale quality, the B-wrap seam must be in the proper position. Certain handling methods can rotate the bale and reposition the B-wrap seam. If your bales have rolled or rotated, verify seam location in storage. We're very excited about what B-wrap can do to preserve your bale quality. But you will only get the benefits if you have your baler properly set up. Read your operator's manuals and follow the operating tips that come with every roll. Then you will get the benefits of B-wrap and understand why we call B-wrap the alternative to indoor storage.